Welcome everyone to the final episode of the Big Brand MMA podcast, UFC 283 edition and KSW 78 bonus bets at the end. Spent all night typing KSW. Feel pretty crap, to be honest. Woke up at 6 a.m. So at least you'll get some bets from me. And finalizing all the UFC bets as well. So we'll smash this out quickly. Just watched the weigh-ins. Everyone made weight. So don't want to waste too much time. Let's get into it. First fight on the card, Daniel Marcos, Simon Oliveira. Marcos, popular dog. I see some money coming in on him. I had some money on Oliveira, and I mentioned it on Lucrative Podcast. I've just taken all my action out. I just feel it's a favorite path for me. I just don't know how much value is on that line. Obviously, his line's improved now. Just a pass. I'm not going to force this bet, but yeah, I have Oliveira to win. I still have half a unit on him just because I couldn't cash that out, unfortunately, and just have $100 on Marcos as a hedge by decision. I think that's his best way to win this fight. Let's move on. Josie Nunez, Zara fan. I have the under 2.5 here, half a unit. I hate the bet. Can't cash it out. It's probably going to lose. Fan made weight. She looks absolutely massive. But don't like the bet. Hate it. Had the under 2.5 there. Next fight, Valley Alves, Nicholas Dalby. I have Alves the early line, $2.40. I think he wins round one at a pretty high clip. Dalby, not really a fan of him. 38 years old, and I've added Alves round one at $100 to win $500. That just puts me just over a unit if he gets a round one finish. You never know how he's going to come out. If he comes out strong, he can finish anyone. Finish Kobe Covington. He finished Zezo. I think he's very durable. 0.1 units on Alves round one and half a unit at $2.40. And I'll look to live bet Dalby if Alves cardio gasses. Terrence McKinney, Bonfim, nothing on this fight. Good fight. I'm looking to live bet Bonfim if he survives 1 or 2 minutes with McKinney, depending how hard McKinney goes. Luan Teixeira, Cody Stamen, dog pass for me. Nothing I really like here. It could be a levels fight. It could be a bunch of value in Teixeira. Who knows? It's just a bunch of questions I have. I might just live bet it and save some of my money, although the Teixeira line's getting out of hand. Jota Almeida versus Shamil Abdurahimov. Made weight. This fight is happening finally, thank God. Same as the Zara fan fight. This is like a card with fights that have fallen out a ton of times, so it's going to happen. Past fight, if anything, I'll play Jota Almeida by KO. But yeah, nothing there. Bonfim, Lazez, dog pass. Not playing anything. I might just live bet Lazez. I want to see how Bonfim looks. He's very young. I still think he's a little bit green, but yeah. Moises Costa pass, dog pass. Gregory Rodriguez, Bruno Ferreira. I played the under 1.5 here. I thought the fight ends in round 1 and 2 might be decent, considering the under 1.5 not being too juiced, but it's pretty average. I'd rather play the under 2.5 on Bet365 at massive juice. But yeah, Ferreira, all these fights have gone under 1.5, literally every single one. Gregory Rodriguez, just majority of the fights under 1.5. Knocking out very durable people like Chitty and Marquez and Iron Turtle. The Iron Turtle fight went just over 1.5 rounds. Hopefully this finishes. Bruno Ferreira hits like a truck. He's also short. He throws looping punches. I think Rodriguez is going to pressure him. He just can't help but fight aggressively, or he's going to intercept him with a 1-2, or Ferreira's going to clip him, or it's just going to be a wall. The only way this goes over is if Ferreira has added this well durability. But we'll see. I like that bet. Under 1.5. Hua Pateria, pass fight for me. I'm just going to see if Hua survives, because he's obviously incredibly washed, and then look to enter live on him if Pateria is gassed. It's a dog or pass though. Paul Craig, Johnny Walker. This is my scariest bet. I've got the under 1.5 at $1.72. I just think there's a bit of recency bias. I think it's because Craig went over in his last fight. I mean, there is a chance this is a sloppy grapple fest where he goes over and Craig just keeps pulling guard and Johnny Walker doesn't knock him out. But I feel like it's got potential to be over in 30 seconds. Craig's hittable, Craig's chinny. Walker has one punch KO power. It's usually how Craig gets knocked out. So yeah, under 1.5 there. Just have a unit, $1,000. Would not want any more on that personally. Still scares the crap out of me. Jessica Andrade, Laura Murphy haven't really come to the conclusion whether I want to play the over or under. And same as the Burns Magny. If anything, I'll just play Burns in a parlay of some sorts. But yeah, past fights. Figueroa Moreno past fights. Sid Moreno's popular, so money's coming on him. Just Figgy made weight perfectly fine. Looks good. It's too many questions for me. And then Glover Teixeira, Gemma Hill. Again, nothing here. Dog or pass. Money coming in on Hill. Yeah, I'm just getting more and more inclined to bet Teixeira. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Not enough meat on the bone for me. I passed at a much bigger dog line against Jiri. And I would have been massive value and still lost. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this one with the live bet. So just a quick overview. Oliveira will pass for me, but I have half in on Oliveira just because I can't cash it out. And Marcos decision hedge. Nunes on 2.5. That's going to lose. I wouldn't advocate anyone to tail that. Rolly Alves as a decent dog and round 1 sprinkle. Look the live bet out. McKenny pass. Look the live bet Bonfin. Lacerda dog pass. Almeida pass. Bonfin Lazez pass. Dog pass. Moses pass. Rodriguez under 1.5. Pateria pass. Look the live bet Hua. Craig Walker under 1.5. And then the rest of the fights are pass. So yeah, not many fights, not many bets. I mean, pretty similar to last week, and that would have been a good card. Hopefully some live bets, yeah. Favorite bets, yeah. As much as I don't trust Alves, I've got a good line, so a good feeling about it. Hopefully he runs through Derby here in Brazil. So I like that. At $2.40, just a nice early line, about 60 cents difference. And the Robocop Ferreira under 1.5. I mean, that's going to be very unfortunate if that goes over. But just 2 be killed fighters. Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot about. I've got Bruno Ferreira round 1K as well. Just a tiny sprinkle, $100. It's paying $9.50 on Sportsbet. So yeah, I haven't actually written all my bets down. It's just I was up till 3 a.m. taping, and I thought I'd better do this podcast. Had 3 hours sleep, so I've got a big weekend. I'm going to hate myself, but oh well. That's what it is. You can like and subscribe at least to show your thanks. Alright, I'm quickly going to do the KSW bets. Personally, I could have had a lot of bets on this card, man. I really liked. Maybe because it was late, but I found a lot of bets. We'll go over them now. So the first fight, Boris Djukovsky, Andrew Langen, a bunch of strikers, not much tape, just a pass. Don't know how they're going to look in MMA. Oscar Shepaniak, Raymond Korilovic, dog a pass for me. Oscar's a young kid. Seems to be okay, a bit hittable. He fought in KSW against a good guy. I went to a decision with him. Yeah, very hittable, very green. Yeah, it would be a dog a pass here, but his opponents fought nobody. Just might be level of competition difference here. So pass for me. Lucas Rajewski, Siraj. I have $1,000 on Siraj here. Yeah, it might be a bit of a force bet. It's $1.64. Moderate favorite. Not the best level of competition. A little bit unproven, but he's got power. His only loss was to Arbi Mezidov, 13-5. It was a split decision. The guy wrestled him. He did okay to get up, showed good cardio. Most of his other fights are finish. It's more just a fade on Lucas Rajewski, who, 11-8. There's a reason his record is salty. He's a really good kickboxer on the eye. Had a close fight with Parnays, the champ, which is ironic. Everyone else has finished him. He just wins until he loses, and he's a little bit hittable, a little bit chinny. and it just falls apart. Like literally gets subbed out of nowhere. So Siraj might do that, he might not. This is mostly a striking fight, and I feel like Siraj, you've got big power, big reach, big body kick. Yeah, just a fade on Rajevsky here, just a fade. But he could be a little bit square. I know a few people are saying they like Rajevsky, and it's there's a few bets that I really like on this case. Maybe I just don't force this one, but at the moment I have $1,000 on Siraj. All right, Lucas Sadolski, Kleber Silva. I've got Silva here. He's a big dog. Sadolski, for those of you that don't know, he is the bum that Elo Patelia, the guy fighting Shogun, knocked out in Contender Series. He's fought nobody. Patelia is probably the best opponent he's fought. Everyone else was a cam. He ran through him in round 1 or early round 2. He's got a couple of decisions before that. Patelia, as you've seen, if you look at his record, he's wrestling some absolute bums, and he couldn't knock out a lot of them. After that, he fought Michael Pasternak, 15-6, a regional Polish guy. Went to a split decision with him. He was absolutely gassed, and he knocked out Maceda in round 2. So 2 Babylon fights. He got hurt in both of them. I think he's chinny. I think that was shown in the Patelia fight, and literally a lot of his fights that he wins, he gets cracked in. He loves to brawl. He goes for takedowns. Kleber Silva is a career middleweight, which I don't like, and he's got really bad takedown defense, and he likes to play on the bottom. He's also lost to a lot of good guys that he's fought, but he's lost, his last 3 losses. Mikhail Rogozin, he's a beast, 16 and something. Mohamed Fakhreddin, that was at open weight, so he looked a bit out of shape, but he was at heavyweight essentially, and he's a middleweight. He hurt Fakhreddin in the first, and Fakhreddin knocked him out in the second. And then Sharif David Muradov, he's a guy that had a split decision loss to Tokov in his Bellator debut. Very good fighter, 17-3 at the time. Everyone else, all the Kansas fought, he's knocked out in round 1, right? He's knocked out Luis Enrique da Silva in round 1, right up at light heavyweight, and he's knocked out Felipe Lins in Bellator in round 2. So this guy's got power. He cracks. He's fought a much better level of competition. He's knocked out 2 UFC guys. Yes, he's lost to a lot of people. He's been held down before. He's a middleweight. I think that's baked in the line. That's why he's such a big dog. But Sadolski, bad chin, just low level of competition. When it gets extended, gases. Obviously, if he takes Silva down, that's the concern here. Silva likes to play off his back. But I think there's a high chance Silva KOs him. I thought about the under here. The under 1.5 was close to Silva's odds. I thought, Silva's round 1 equity is pretty strong, and Sadolski's got a lot of finishes. But the more I looked into it, a lot of them are over bums, and Silva's pretty durable. And if he does take Silva down, he's just going to sit on him, and I think that's the way he goes over 1.5. If Silva wins, I think it will be under 1.5, and it can also be as a decision. So I just thought hit this the money line. It's $3. Half a unit, maybe less than half a unit. I don't feel too comfortable about this one. It's just a fade on Sadolski, and Silva looked good at the weigh-ins. He didn't look pudgy or anything. Like I said, his best wins are at light or heavyweight, even though it looked a bit small against Sadolski. So a bit of a dog shot on Kleber Silva here. Roman Chizinski, Raul Titarali, great fight. Very good guys. Raul is a beast. He's fought Damias Magul twice. I just can't get a read on this fight. Raul's a favorite. It's going to be more physical. Roman, he's improving all the time. KSW mainstay. I can't get a read. Rafa Kijansuk and Mark Duasis. This is my favorite bet on the card, the under 1.5. I've got $1.72. I told everyone about it. It is now $1.66 on Bet365, so it's still good. Between these guys, I think like 10% of their fights have gone over. Both aggressive, both chinny, both wild, both finishes. Rafa Kilajazuk, oh geez, that's a hard name. Just kill or be killed. Knocked out in round 1 in his last loss. 1 in round 1, 1 in round 1 decision. Got guillotined in round 1. Lost in round 2. 1 in round 1. Submitted in round 1. Knocked out in round 1. Arkadiy Ibrahimov. 1 in round 1, 1 in round 1. So just like, he's a chinny guy. He's very aggressive. He's got power, and he gets knocked out and submitted. On the other hand, Mark Lewis is a German dude. Same thing, very aggressive wrestler. Gets wobbled a lot. He goes for guillotines, which Rafael's been submitted by. He likes to get his finishes on the ground, which Rafael's been finished by, and and Mark's also been KO'd himself, which Rafael can KO him. Both his debut went under in KSW, and then the second one he got a guillotine just over by 30 seconds. But other than that, a lot of his fights are going under just KOs, him getting KO'd himself, which was no contest. He got wobbled multiple times. Yeah, just a very sloppy fight. If this goes over, it's just going to be very sloppy with a bunch of knockdowns, multiple knockdowns, finish opportunities. Yeah, I really like this one. I was surprised. I kept this under 1.5 up to -200. So I was gonna add more just because I like the bet quite a bit. But at the end of the day, it's still over 1.5. It's still one of those bets that can lose, and I'm pulling my hair out. So 1 unit is enough. $1,000 at $1.72. I do like that bet though. I think he hits. Boris Mankowski, Valeriu Misea. I've been so close to playing the dog here. I played Valeriu in his debut against Roman Szymanski, who we just talked about, and just looked awful. Got dropped once, and he dislocated his finger, and he got wobbled a few more times, and we had to retire. It made me look like an idiot there playing him. And then he came out in his second fight in KSW and just smashed the guy. He's got a lot of knockouts. He's got insane power. 27 wins. He dropped Yamauchi in Bellator. He drops a lot of people. And I think he's improving. He's got explosive, strong wrestling. Boris Mankowski is a veteran. He's fought for the title multiple times. I faded him against Daniel Torres in his last one at $4. One of my favorite bets last year, along with Trey Williams and Cage Warriors. He got wobbled multiple times in that fight. He actually wobbled Torres back as well, so he's very durable. I think he's just getting a little bit old, 33 years old. He's taking a lot of damage. I haven't pulled the trigger on Valeriu. He's a little bit flaky. He's a little bit, he spends some time on top, on bottom, despite him being a very good wrestler and scrambler. He also blows heavy after round one, but he's always dangerous, He's always dangerous. And Boris with his high guard, he's kept getting countered by Torres. Yeah, it's just, I'm really close to him. I see my boy Couch Warrior podcast just posted a bet on Maseo. A lot of the KSW regional guys that I respect, they think it's a Mankowski decision, but I'm close, very close to playing him. I thought about playing the under, again, similar price to Maseo, kind of like the Kleber fight. If he wins, probably by finish, and then if he doesn't get the finish, because he's a little bit flaky, maybe Mankowski finishes him down the stretch with the sub. But yeah, it's a tough one. I would hate it if Maseo wins a decision somehow. But yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger on this one, but I'm so close. The dog will pass for me. Tomasz Romanowski, Radoslav Pajuski, another fight that I haven't played, but I'm really close. I probably will. Like I said, stayed up to 3 and woke up at 6. So I haven't finalized everything yet, but most likely will. Radoslav Pajuski is a massive middleweight kickboxer. He's fighting Tomasz Romanowski, who's a beast, on a big fight win streak in KSW. He's a career welterweight. He's a southpaw, fights like Mike Tyson, polished Mike Tyson to call him, with extra small gloves, so tiny hands, but he just knocks people out. He's a pit bull who comes forward, pressures you. And on the other hand, Radoslav Pajuski, he loves to stay on the outside game, leg kick, circle, and then he pulls you onto counters. 2 bets I'm considering here. I'm considering Radoslav Pajuski as a dog. I missed the $2.20. Everyone was telling me that a lot of people have played this guy, and I just kind of left it too late. And the line moved last night at like 2 a.m. So now he's just a slight dog. But he's so big, man. He's 6 foot something. Let me just double check. 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. And Thomas, the career welterweight, is 5'10" with 66 inches of reach. Radoslav has 12 inches of reach on him. 12 inches of reach. And he's going to look to stay on the outside, stick and move. And Thomas is going to try to pressure him with his little style. Two bets that I'm potentially liking here. I'm liking maybe Radoslav at barely dog money. I mean, if you cap him at slight favourite due to his size and being a strong kickboxer and having good footwork, then you can probably still have some value there. Or I'm more leaning the over 1.5, $1.66. If you favour Brzezinski, you favour his stay on the outside, leg kick, stick and move. He most likely goes over 1.5. He fought Wilderness in his case debut. It's a K1 kickboxer that beat Pereira and Adesanya, and it was just essentially a sparring match. He was just circling, and he went to round three, made it to round three, and Thomas Romanowski is very durable. So if you favour Brzezinski, most likely goes over. But yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger on anything yet, but I like the over 1.5, and I like Radoslav Brzezinski as a slight dog. Massive middleweight kickboxer. I think he has the tools to potentially stick and move. I just didn't pull the trigger. I wish I pulled the trigger on the $2.20. So yeah, dog will pass for me here. I'll probably play the over. I thought about playing half a unit over, half a unit on Brzezinski in case Brzezinski gets a KO because he's so much bigger. He does have power. He just chooses to fight, in a point fighting style. But then, I think Thomas Romanowski, what scared me off is in his last two fights is around 1 KOs. And more importantly, the last one was up at middleweight. So even though he's a welterweight with small hands, he got a round 1 KO against the ranked middleweight KSW. So yeah, interesting. It's an interesting fight. This guy's he's been a great dog, Thomas Romanowski. But yeah, Brzezinski will pass for me. I'll probably play the over 1.5. So either way, if Romanowski wins, probably by KO. It's gonna suck if Brzezinski wins by round 1 KO because he was a dog and I lost money on the over, but it is what it is. And main event, Mikhail Matela, Kendall Grove. I wouldn't really advocate playing the juice on Matela. Both guys are washed. First time they fought in 2013, Kendall Grove gave him everything he could handle. But that was so long ago. I think Kendall Grove is a lot more washed now. Matela is chinny, but he's always been chinny. I think he's less washed. He's always been chinny and he's chinny now. Whereas Kendall Grove, was getting finished in a lot of his losses back in the day. And I feel like now he's a little bit more chinny too. He was doing a bare knuckle getting finished there 2 something years ago against Hector Lombard. Now it's coming back, probably for a paycheck. This was a pass fight for me, and then I went through the kind of wiki capped, and then Matela has one punch KO power, and a lot of his fights go under 1.5. Damian Yankovsky is a wider. Scott Askham knocked him out in 1 minute. Paulo Thiago under. Paul Harris under. That was a one punch KO. Khalidov knocked him out in 30 seconds. Alexander Ilic under. Soldic under. Jason Radcliffe under. And Mariusz Pudzianski knocked him out under in his last one. He hits hard, and the first fight went to a decision, but Kendall Grove busted him up and he had to wrestle. I just think both these guys are chinny now. Michel Matela still has one punch KO power, so I'll let the juice at -200 on the under here. Maybe I keep it, maybe I don't. I just thought the line will move, so make that what you will. I think he most likely goes under, just the way Michel fight, and I just think Kendall's coming here, just to collect the paycheck. So those are my plays. Can't quickly go over them. Siraj against Rajevsky, just a fade on Rajevsky here. I think it's going to be a predominantly stand-up fight, and even if Rajevsky takes him down, I think Siraj can get up and land the more powerful shots. Could be a square bet. There's a little bit of juice there. We'll see. Clever Silva, dog pass, like I mentioned. Sadolski's a fraud, in my opinion. It's a shame this Silva's a middleweight and he's a bit undersized and he's got bad takedown defense, but I think he's got a much better chance than the odds indicate. Rafael Kaczynskis, Mark Dusis, under 1.5 is my favorite play. 2 finishers, sloppy guys, hittable, chinny, power. Favorite bet of the whole weekend. Boris Markovsky, Valery Messia, dog pass, haven't played it yet, very close. Thomas Romanowski, Radoslav Brzezinski, small welterweight versus a giant middleweight kickboxer. Dog pass for me, Brzezinski, just stick and move in a close fight, and I like the over 1.5. And then Michael Matela, Kendall Grove, play the juice on the under 1.5. It's just both these guys are chinny. Matela still cracks. Both are washed. Hopefully Matela's not too cautious, but yeah, play the under 1.5. Yeah, I don't know if I can advocate it. Not my favorite bet. I just thought it could look hindsight favorite. So, yep, my favorite bets out of those, it's definitely the under 1.5 with the Rafal, Kajuk, Mark Ducis. Over the whole weekend, that's probably my favorite bet with the UFC as well. And along with the under 1.5 with the Robocop Ferreira. So if you want to tell me any two bets, I would personally tell those two. I think you could. They could still lose, of course. Under 1.5s. There's a lot of bad beats with under 1.5s. That's why I hate them. I think both of them are going to look value if they do lose. It's going to be a lot of drops, a lot of damage done. So those are my bets. Apologies for being a little bit down. 3 hours sleep. Spent literally all day by the computer taping KSW. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Thanks for listening, and good luck on your bets. I do have one comment. Let me address it. I'm on both the under 1.5s, and I'll be sweating the whole time. Talking about the Ferreira, Robocop, and the KSW ones, I think they're good, mate. I think they're probably the least sweaty under 1.5s. Personally, I'll be sweating the Walker one the most. I'm getting scared about it right now, and it's still more than 24 hours before the event. I can just see Walker letting me down. But yeah, thanks for the comment, Carax. Oh, Craig and Bruno on this, yeah. If you have the KSW odds, mate, you should play the KSW under. It's probably safer than both of those, and it's got better odds. But yeah, thanks for listening. Good luck on your bets tomorrow, and yeah, have a good weekend, everyone.